What's good, y'all? What's poppin'? What's happening? How y'all doing? So I haven't posted a video in a while, so today's gonna be a little bit of a life update and how to move out of state. So if you don't know me, I'm gonna give you like a brief rundown, just a background story, and if you do know me, then either you already know or this is gonna be your first time finding out. But I'm gonna just get right into the video. So my name is Joy. I'm 23. I'm from the Bay Area. I was born and raised in San Francisco, and grew up all around the Bay Area pretty much. And I just recently moved to Atlanta, Georgia. That's the short version of the background story. So I pretty much been wanting to move out of state since I was probably about 16 years old. I love to travel, and I just always wanted to see like what was out there, like see different things, you know, meet different people, whatever. So somebody actually did request for me to do this video, and when I was looking to move, I didn't really find videos that were about moving out of state. And even if they were about out of state, like they weren't very far. So I guess if you're somebody in your 20s or however old you are and you're trying to move out of state, hopefully this will help you. This is what I did. And yeah, we're just gonna get right into the video. So I only been here, today is July 20, is it? Today's July 27th, is that right? Yeah, today's July 27th, and I've been here 2 weeks. I've been here since July 9th. So first, these are like the 4 steps that I did to move out of state. So number 1 is where you're going. Number 2 is your job, or how you're gonna work. Number 3 is where you're gonna stay, and then number 4 is savings. So for number 1, and I'm looking down because I have notes. I wrote stuff down so I could get it in and out for y'all. So where are you gonna go, and how are you gonna get there? So if you're moving out of state, you need to figure out like, are you gonna drive there? Are you gonna get on the plane? In terms of like, how are you gonna get there? And then when you get there, how are you gonna get around? So if you don't have a car, then if you're going somewhere, you need to go somewhere that has like public transportation if that's what you're used to, or you don't have a car, unless you're gonna do Ubers, but that generally adds up pretty fast. So I would think 9 times out of 10 you're gonna need a car. So for me personally, I took a flight from Oakland to Atlanta, Georgia, and I got my car shipped here. So I got my car shipped like 3 to 4 days before I left, and then my car came about 3 to 5 days once I got here. So it was a week's long process. So basically, like, you put your car on the truck and they're driving to other places, picking up and dropping off people's cars as well. So it takes about a week. So I dropped off my car on a Wednesday and I got it back on a Wednesday. Or no, I got it back on Tuesday. So a little bit earlier actually. And it cost $1,275 to get my car shipped from California to Georgia. So the way they broke the price down was, my deposit was $175, and then I paid the $1,100 after I got my car. So once they delivered it to me, I paid the rest. So if you need information on like a moving company, you can reach out to me and I'll give you the company that I use. They were pretty helpful, and they updated me. There was somebody that was texting me at least every day or every other day, giving me updates on my car. So yeah. And then for work, I'm a dental assistant. I got my dental assistant certificate during the pandemic in 2020, and then I worked for a year to gain some experience before I left, and that was it. So in terms of job, are you, doing hair, makeup? Are you in a field that you can transfer, or a job that you can transfer, or that you can still work and do the same thing in another state? So that's what I made sure, because I had been planning to move for about a couple years. So this was my plan this whole time. So yeah, you want to make sure that you have a job that you can transfer to. So being in the medical field in general, healthcare is needed all around. So to me, it might be kind of easy to move if you're in the medical field. I'm not sure about other fields. I feel like if you're doing hair, makeup, anything in the beauty industry, I'd say that's good, or anything like car related, because people always need their car fixed, whether it's male or female, or whatever gender you identify as. And then, beauty is still really popping right now, so, you're gonna get your hair done, your makeup done, whatever. So you just want to make sure that you have a job that you can start some work at. When I first got here, I want to say I'd applied to jobs. I had been applying to jobs before I got here, and I was still applying to jobs once I got here. So I had a couple interviews lined up when I got here, but they didn't call me back, and that's okay, because sometimes it's just not meant for you. And then I recently just started working as a server, just to kind of make some extra money in between time until I found a job in my field. So then, let me see. So then, where are you gonna stay? So you know where you're going, and you need to start looking for a job before you get there. And when you get there, you want to look for a job before you get there, so you have something lined up once you're there. And you definitely want to start working, I would say, like within the first 2 weeks of wherever you're moving to, even if it's something temporarily, just to keep you busy, keep you occupied, get you to drive around the neighborhoods, the city, wherever you're going. So then, where you're gonna stay. So are you gonna have a roommate? Are you gonna live by yourself? That'll kind of take into like your bills, and how much you need to be making, how much you want to be making, the cost of living where you're going, minimum wage, and gas. So like in California, well, in San Francisco, the Bay Area, like the minimum is like 15. So in Georgia, the minimum is like $7 or $10, which is completely different. So that's why your job is important, because it's like, are you gonna have to make some sacrifices when you're moving? Are you working for yourself? Do you have your own business that'll help you provide for yourself, or you don't have to get a 9-to-5 and be making $10 an hour, and you're used to making 15, 20, 22, whatever the case may be. So I was looking to move with a roommate originally. Me and someone else was supposed to make the move together, and they ended up not coming. So I found a roommate on, I believe there's one that's roommate.com and one is roomies.com. Having a roommate is not always the best idea, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I have a roommate right now that I found on the website, just because me personally, it wasn't the cost of the apartments that are here, it's more so the cost of the apartments in certain areas, and then a lot of them were pretty much unavailable. So on their website, it says they're available, and then you contact them, you're trying to like apply for this floor plan, and then it's not available. So that's what happened to me, and that's probably what happened to me because I wasn't certain on Georgia or Atlanta, and I was originally supposed to be moving somewhere else. But, you know, everything works out for a reason. You know, everything goes how it's supposed to go. So the universe got me. So that's what you're gonna have to figure out in terms of like your staying, you know, the cost of utilities, gas, water, even gas for your car. Like if you're driving, you need to know how much gas is in other places. So in California, in the Bay Area, I was probably paying $3.19 a gallon for some gas, and in Atlanta, Georgia, I think the cheapest I seen was like $2.99. Well, I'm still pretty much paying the same amount though, in gas, a month. So then your savings, this fluctuates for each person. Me personally, I saved $5,000, and I want to say I saved about $5,000 in about 4 to 6 months, because I knew I was moving like January. I knew that I was going to be moving somewhere between like summertime and the end of the year. So I'd say $5,000. That'll help you. That'll be like you're moving and you're moving in, so like your deposit, your first month's rent, and then kind of settling in. So I only spent about 4 of the 5,000, maybe. So I had help with getting my car shipped. I only had to pay half of that, and my mom paid the other half with me. And then you know, deposit, first month's rent, so that's my car, all of those 3 together. And then, you know, just things that you're gonna need once you get here. So like you're gonna need toilet paper, you know, stuff to clean up, a vacuum, your bed, your mattress, all that type of stuff. So that's gonna fluctuate depending on how much you're gonna spend, how much you're willing to spend. So if you know you want more fancy, more luxury stuff, then I'd say you probably need more than $5,000. But if you're just like, I'm gonna do what I can do little by little as I can, I'd say $5,000 is a good minimum. I think if you want to have a very nice safety net, I would say $7,000, 7 to 10 at the very most. Because that'll cover at least 2 to 3 months of expenses, up until you can get settled into a job. So I hope this video was helpful. If there's anything that I didn't cover, or if you just have any questions in general, feel free to let me know, and I will do my best to answer them. And I hope you guys like the video. Comment down below if you're thinking about moving, where you're moving to. A lot of people ask me if I was scared, or if you want to know if I was scared or anything like that, comment down below and I'll definitely make a video about it. I just wanted to get all of this out the way for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed and have a blessed, wonderful day, okay?